Howdy y'all, back in the shop. Glad to be back. Being gone since Wednesday to today. Not too long of a trip. Thought that we were going to be gone till Wednesday, but so be it that I screwed up. But anyways, glad to be back. So I'm starting to get some work done. So I got the live chat on, paying attention to both, trying to. And I'm going to start sanding. So if I don't pay attention to you guys, or if I don't see you guys in the live chat, don't get pissed off or anything. So right now I am working with 2000 grit sandpaper. What I should do is I should change this paper to a fresh piece because I used a little bit of this when I left. So I'm going to change this paper out. All right. Using 2000 grit right now. Kind of marked the centers of each one of the holes that I have to drill out. Again, 2000 grit sandpaper. Getting ready for the buffing of this soon. Anytime you're doing wet sanding, you want to rinse off the sandpaper on your block. Keep it from getting building up any bullshit in there. So right now I'm trying to remove scratches from the 1500 grit sandpaper. Lance Moss. Hey, Mickey Mouse is in Eric's house. No, Mickey Mouse is not in Eric's house. Left his ass at the door. You want a link? You want a link to come in or what? First, hang up, being back. and already getting shit on. Thanks a lot, Lance. All right, let's see here. I remember how to do this. Oh yeah, I do. It's been a while since I had a hangout. Where the fuck are you, Lance? Where the fuck are you? Everyone's on my list but you. There you are. There, I sent you a link, man. Sent you a link. All right, there you got a link. At least you should have one. I sent it to you, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Oh well, should be there. I gotta get rid of all this old paper that's in here. Too much fucking pieces of sandpaper. Oh, there he is.
And I'm here.
And we're live. Giving me shit.
Yeah, I started it.
First day back and you give me shit.
Well, at least it didn't say snipe hunt. Oops.
Yeah, I guess. I guess. Don't mind me, I'm looking for sandpaper here.
I tell you.
Oh, so how was it when I was gone? That's it? Just eh?
Yeah.
Well, I watched a little bit of your hangout up until my internet connection was fucking up, where I was staying at had shitty fucking Wi-Fi, real shitty Wi-Fi.
Yeah, hotel Wi-Fi don't seem to be the best.
Don't seem to be anything when the fucking shit don't work.
That is true.
But after that, it was basically going off of whatever I to use with the phone. So I couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
I'd send texts and get fucking phone calls. That's about it. Everything else wasn't working worth a shit. So like, fuck it. Who cares? I shouldn't have been there playing on the phone anyways. I got yelled at by my godmother.
I thought it was your grandmother.
No, godmother. No, all my grandparents have been dead for years.
Well, it in the side when we're messaging back and forth on the chat thing.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that said grand, but then again, that could have been autocorrect.
It might have auto-corrected itself. I don't know, but I said it was godmother.
I was like, then again, for some reason, the text went from me being able to read to like really, really small.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Look, I'm using a pencil eraser.
Yep.
Works really good for you. It's got a nice sharp little fucking corner on it, and I can get right up close to all the areas I need to.
Very cool. Very cool.
But it was all right. I mean, it wasn't bad. I'm not putting up any photos or anything. Got too many family members in it, and I don't feel like bleeping everybody's faces out.
Yeah.
But it was good. It's nice to get away for a while.
Yeah.
Felt good. Even though I couldn't keep away from the YouTube and shit like that. But
Yeah. I thought he left his phone at home.
yeah, no, I brought it with me. I brought the phone with me, but I left the laptop at home. Usually,
Yeah.
I bring the laptop wherever I go to, and I just said, oh, fuck it, I'll just bring the phone.
Oh, it's only what, a 3-day trip?
Yeah, basically. The only one that's got the week off is the wife.
Huh.
That's the way she set it up. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought this was supposed to be a week thing. She says, no, just for me. She says, I'm gonna take a week off and kick back and relax a little bit. And I'm like, okay. And then fucking, what is it? That she's got off for what's the next fucking holiday? Thanksgiving? Yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, she's got off for Thanksgiving too. So it's like, oh, this is cool.
Does she go into battle the next day?
She starts work.
Does she go into battle the next day?
For what?
Black Friday?
Oh yeah. Yep. She starts Black Friday. She's gotta be there at like 4 in the morning.
Oh damn.
Yeah. And I have to drive her because the parking lot gets packed.
Whew, that.
So this year, I don't know how she did it, but she doesn't open. She actually fucking closes. So she'll be getting out at the normal time. But I think it's like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock she starts. So that works out pretty good. I don't have to fucking get up at 4 in the morning anymore.
And truth be told, by like lunch, most of the people have got their stuff and have gone home.
No.
I'm talking like mom's doing Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, not this shit. Not this shit.
Yeah.
These guys are all fucking day long till they close. And the stupid thing about it is most of them the next day will bring back what they bought. That's the part that I can't figure out. It's like, why'd you bother fucking buying all this shit if you're going to end up returning it the next day? That I don't fucking understand. But
are they running really, really good deals?
Some of them are. I don't know about some of them.
Well, some people do try to work the system.
Yeah, but they're not getting whatever price they get back on whatever they bought is still the sale price. They don't get back the full amount.
I was going to say
that ain't fooling the system.
Yeah.
That is not fooling the system at all. What sucks too is some people think that if they buy shit on that's a sale price and they end up returning it when it's not on sale anymore. No, it's normal. They think that they're still getting back the amount that fucking, no, you're getting back whatever sale price you paid for, you dumbass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people are just stupid. They think they could really fucking get away with shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I was expecting to see this thing laying on the floor or something when I got back. Thought maybe somebody knocked it over or something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this week I should be buffing this thing out.
Yeah.
I got basically.
Well, Thursday's going to be busy, but.
Oh. What am I doing for Thanksgiving?
Eating.
I'm supposed to go by my niece's house. They're supposed to be having Thanksgiving over by their house this year.
Yeah.
Fine with me because I don't have to help cook. I don't have to help clean. I don't have to do shit. It's somebody else's house, their own mess.
No, the only problem with that, not having at this person's house that you live at, you don't get the reward of leftovers.
Oh, I don't care about that. The problem with eating at somebody's house that I never ate my niece's cooking before. She's like 22 years old, something like that. So my sister can't cook, and it's her daughter. So I can just imagine how her own daughter cooks. So not having leftovers maybe is a bonus.
Well, if they really suck so that bad, be like, hey, let me show you this cooking course. It's on my buddy's
There you go.
cooking channel. And by the way, that's youtube.com/ScienceMontTV and type in Redneck on me.
You fucker. Advertising your shit on my channel.
Yeah, and?
I guess. I'll just have to edit that out. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what the funny part is?
Huh?
Try editing a Hangout.
You know, I haven't even tried it. Like using.
You don't want to. You don't want to.
I have never used the YouTube editor shit. Never.
I've edited a Hangout in Movie Maker one time. Huge pain in the backside.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because then you got to download it, which takes a long time. Then you got to go bit by bit by bit by bit.
Wait, you have to download Movie Maker? It's not something that
no,
works.
you got to download the. Well, I had to download the Hangout, put it in Movie Maker, which as all as I do anything, a huge file takes a good bit of time to upload into that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if it's going to be a Hangout, yeah.
And then saving it takes a long time. Then re-upload.
Okay, fuck that noise then.
Yeah.
Hell with that noise. Vaping. That's the one thing too, is I didn't smoke much at all when I was there.
Cool.
They don't, I guess, walking the park and shit like that, they don't like, I guess you're not allowed to smoke or something in the park. Didn't see hardly anybody smoking, but didn't see a lot of people vaping either. So I don't know if that's something that the park doesn't allow, or if it's something that,
Ooh.
What?
I saw them runs in that side.
Oh, no, that's water. That's water.
I was like, whoa.
No, all the runs are gone. No, when I poured that shit on, it ran down the sides. I sanded my ass off getting rid of that. No, that's just fucking.
Yeah, that kind of looked like what it looked when I sprayed the anodized base on the kit guitar we got in the shop.
How's that come along?
Well, we're still trying to sand the son of a gun down. If it does not do it today, I'm getting some freaking paint stripper.
Make sure it doesn't soak into the wood, because you might have a hard time trying to get the paint to stick if it soaks in the wood.
I'll try not to, but some things got to be done.
Yeah, I know.
Which, hang on, I got to go see where my dad is. He might already be out there.
Oh, shit. You're supposed to be working on it? I'm using a pencil eraser to sand the blocks and the sides. It's small, it's flat. And it works. It does the trick.
Hey, if you're still going in a little while, I will be back.
Okay, cool. No problem. See you later. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be going on for a while. I hate this shit, because when this shit dries, and when it's powder form and it dries, fucking shit's a pain to get off. So I'm still sanding with the 2000 grit sandpaper. Just going over all the edges. Using pink eraser. Works good. Just using it as a sanding block. Try not to get this fretboard wet. See, with the water on there, you can kind of get an idea of what this is going to look like flattened out. Bang it around a lot. Now I've already went over quite a bit of this with the 2000 grit sandpaper before I started making this hangout with about it. So I'm not too worried about what may or may not be here because I already know I've already sanded everything down. I'm just going over everything again just to make sure, again with that damn blob of dried on now the bad thing about this sandpaper is it starts to glide over the surface of what you're working on. So you got to make sure you clean the water and the dust shit that's mixed in the water out of the surface. Now the paint is getting over here. Now I had this line, there you go. Paint is getting this part over here. And that's also going to be a pain in the buff. Again, pencil eraser, little pink pencil eraser, works great all the time. Can't beat it. Like I said, it's flexible. It's flat. Has a little bit of stiffness to it. And that's what she said. So I want all of these edges to flow. I don't want anything to look like it's not supposed to be. So when you buff this shit out, you will see the difference after it's buffed out. Any flaws, especially under fluorescent paint. Remember, fluorescent lights. Remember, fluorescent lights are not your friend when it comes to showing fuck-ups in the surface of paint. Two viewers. Welcome, viewers. Thank you for showing up. You're going to be bored out of your mind because you're going to watch a dumbass sanding. And that's all that's really going to happen. So you can see how dull this is, but if I hit it with some water, it'll brighten it up. It's coming along really, really good. I'm not like excited about it, but I'm not like upset about it either. This is working out very, very well. I'm really surprised at how well it is working out. And it should be pretty cool when it's done. It's the first time I ever used an epoxy resin glaze coating, is what they call it, on the body of a guitar, as far as the whole body of the guitar. I'm sanding this pocket over here, so I'm sorry if you guys can't see it. And I'm using a Sharpie marker to do it. Well, not a Sharpie, but a highlighter. It's rounded, it's flat, and I can get into this curve area right here that's in this pocket by the bottom of the fretboard. Yeah, this is working out pretty good. I mean, it's coming along very nicely. But again, you know, this was just something to kind of test the waters using epoxy resin glaze coating on a whole body of a guitar. Pretty much ready to start with the 3000 grit sandpaper, but I want to clean up all the cracks here, get all that white powdery shit out of the corners before I do that. Like I said, once this powder, this white, this dried shit dries, or I even fucking talk today. Once this powder dries mixed into the water, it becomes like fucking glue. It's real hard to get rid of. All my edges look good. They're all round and consistent with going over the edge. Perfect. Everything looks all right. You know, with the 2000 grit sanding, I could fucking actually buff it out now if I really wanted to. All right, let's see what I got here. That buzzing you hear are the tuner pegs. So far, it looks all right. You can see with the water, you can see through it. Once that dries, it fogs over again. Oh, who's here? Who's here? Hey, Spike. Yes, I change the water every time I start sanding. I change the water out to fresh water. So if I end up like, you know, sanding a little bit, the next day I'll start over again. Yeah, I changed out the water, and then I'll add a couple drops of dishwashing soap to it, and that dishwashing soap acts as a lubricant, so the paper doesn't stick to the surface while I'm sanding it. Little trick that we do when we're sanding down auto body cars and shit like that. What time we wet sand, we always put a little bit of water, and then we use like real warm to hot water for doing the wiping down and shit, because it evaporates really quick. And once it evaporates, you could see like where it needs to be sanded some more, or difference between different types of sandpapers. Now I don't know if I should, before I start doing the 3000 grit sandpaper, if I should drill out all these holes first and then go over it with the 3000, or just go ahead and throw this on the mill and start drilling out these holes. And I think that's what I'll do later, is I'll end up going through and drilling out those first. I don't want to use I don't want to use the drill to do it because I can't drill it perfectly straight. It might wander on me or tilt on an angle, and I don't want that. These guys here are supposed to be pretty much snug, tight in there, and I don't want to fuck that up. So how you doing, Spike? So it says spikes. What kind of bikes you got? What are you going to use to buff it out? I am going to use not a buffing wheel that you would normally use to buff out a guitar. I have a regular, what is that damn thing? Shit. I want to say a 12-inch, I think it's 12-inch or 8-inch round buffing pads, 3 different ones for doing buffing for automotive. I also have a miniature buffing set that is an air tool. And it's basically for buffing out gas tanks and fenders for motorcycles. It's just about, I want to say about 4 to 5 inches. It's a real small buffer. And it's the same type of polishing that you would do for automotive, regular car buffing. The only thing is that it's a smaller version to get, works a little bit better. On guitars, I love the way it works. Every guitar that I've done, I've used the miniature air buffer on it, and I've never had a problem. It's always worked out pretty good. I'm going to go over this top again with the 2000 grit. Been on since 8 minutes. So you've been watching for a while, huh? So what kind of bikes do you got? Let's see. I was getting because I fixed the neighbor's kids' bikes. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a guy down the street over here. His name was Bob, and my old man was always too busy to fucking, adjust a seat or adjust a chain or something with the bikes. And at the time, we were not allowed to touch. At least at my age, I was not allowed to touch the fucking tools. And my brother was too much of a dick to help me out. So I used to go by this guy named Bob, and he used to, adjust the fender, adjust the seat, adjust the, the chain or whatever it was. When the old man wasn't home, I used to use the tools, but he didn't know it. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. And then let's see. I moved back here. What was it? I can't remember what year it was. When I moved back here, I was walking the neighborhood with my daughter. We were kind of walking around the block, and I ran into Bob, And Bob hasn't seen me probably since I was like a teenager, and he recognized who I was, and right away, you know, we started talking and stuff like that, and they just recently moved not too long ago. Yeah, kind of cool, you know, have people like that around the neighborhood or something like that that helps out with the other kids and fixing their bikes and, you know, helping them out and shit. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I think what I'm going to do is drill out these holes and then hit this with the 3000 grit sandpaper, and that will be it for the sandpaper part, and then buff it out. Plus, I've used all my 2000 grit sandpaper on this thing already. Here's the one thing I can't get my kid. She won't ride a bicycle. For some reason, she just does not want to ride a bicycle. I bought her a one of those cars with the electric motors in them and shit like that, the Hot Wheels cars or whatever they call those things. She didn't like that either. She didn't want no part of it. So, well, if you ain't going to learn how to ride a bike, then you're going to be walking your ass all over the place. All right. Where's the fucking drill at? Oh, don't tell me the drill's not in this room. Oh, well. I'll wait. I will wait. I want to use the press anyways. I think I got a center punch in all these. Basically to show where center is. So when I drill these out, hopefully the drill doesn't drift on me. So I got what I wanted to get done today. Not much more I can do. Hold on, let me go see something here. Be right back. All right, let's try something here. This has been sanded with 2000 grit sandpaper. Now, I want to show you how easy it is going to be to actually hand rub and have a nice gloss shine. I'm going to start with number 1 rubbing compound. Number 1, Automotive 3M rubbing compound. This is kind of the aggressive stuff, so it's not going to be, you know, like a mild or whatever. It's got a little bit of an abrasive in it. And I'm going to like do this area right here. Kind of like so you can see a difference between how foggy this is, how shiny this is, and what it's going to do as far as what it's going to do and look like, and how transparent this epoxy is going to get. All right, that's just with the number 1. All right, and I'll move the camera up, or the part up a little bit. That's just number 1. See the fluorescent light? Now, if I hit that with the number 2, which is the machine polish, So I could basically hand rub this whole thing out by hand without using a rubbing or a buffer. That's using the number 2 rubbing compound. See if I can get the light in there. See the fluorescent light? And you can see a lot better inside there now too. So if I really wanted to, I can hand rub this whole thing. Now, another polish that you guys may not think works pretty good as a rubbing compound, but this New Finish Scratch Doctor shit works really fucking good. And somebody, I think it was Dave's World of Fun Stuff, was using this one time. Take out some minor scratches in the body of one of his guitars. Or one of the guitars that he was working on. So I got a little bit on a rag, not much. I'm just going to go over this one area that I just did. And kind of wipe it off. All right. Get the fluorescent light in there again. See the difference? That's just hand rubbing it. So I could take this whole top right now and hand rub it and be done with it and do the whole body. But that's what a machine is for. I ain't doing it that way. The nice thing about hand rubbing is basically you're giving your arms a good workout, especially the back of your arms. You're giving them a good workout. And also, you won't go through the finish. So, yeah. You can see the shine of just the area that I hand rubbed. You can also see how flat the surface is going to be too. So that's it, boys and girls. Little demonstration. Let's see. Spike says that's about all I buff mine. I figure I'm just going to scratch it up anyways. It does look nice, he says. Well, hand rubbing is not a big deal. I mean, as long as you're not, I mean, when you're using something like this, it's a little bit of a rougher compound, a machine works really good for doing that. The RPMs are a lot faster than what you can move, and it polishes a lot better. Using it by hand, if you sand the surface like 2000 grit sandpaper and you're using it by hand, then that'll end up making it shine real quick. And then we go to the next level, which is more just a polisher. There's a number 3 that's like a hand glaze. I don't like it. I don't like the hand glaze. For some reason, to me, it gives it, it almost acts like a wax to me, and I don't like it too much. So I rather use the New Finish Scratch Doctor. Helps out a lot. And as you can see, I just went over this thing. Back in the light. You can see it came out fucking. I can do the whole front of this thing if I wanted to right now. But I want to go over it with the 3000 grit sandpaper, just to make sure all of the scratches are out of the surface from the different sandpapers, which right now it looks like it is, but just want to get it done and done the way it's supposed to be done. So right now, this area here is still foggy. This part over here has got a good shine to it, and it's got a decent reflection in it. I can see my hand, the reflection of my hand in it, real good. Works out great. I don't see any scratches from sanding in it. So yeah, should come out really nice. Should look like glass. Now, one thing I like about this glaze coating as well is it fucking gives a depth. There's a depth to it. It has like a look like I don't know how you would call it, but if you ever seen this shit on wood, real thick, it has like a depth perception to it, and that's what I'm giving here with these lines. So, all right, guys, I'm going to run. I'm going to take off. I'm going to go and let's see what time is it. 2 o'clock, and we'll go see what the rest of the world is doing right now. So, you guys take it easy. Have a good one, and I'll catch up with you all later.